live from the new 6.3 News Studio,
giving you coverage over the zombie apocalypse tonight.
We have many science and expertise here to give you more information about this deadly disease.
Now we go to Sharp A in the Rose Gardens.
Oh, scientist Sharp A hearing here. With recent outbreaks of the zombie apocalypse, scientists worldwide are working on the job to get to the bottom of this. Studying the evolution of biodiversity, we have come to the conclusion that this disease is coming from a virus spreading quickly in developing countries. Now we go to rabies in Central America for more on the story.
Thank you for tuning in to 6.3 News. You have Ray Bees here, coming to you live from Central America. All right, here in Central America, we have discovered that the zombie apocalypse virus originated here, but it was the result of an extensive mutation from the rabies virus. As we know, a virus, in order to survive, has to attach to the cells of the surface membrane in a host organism. But due to the vaccinations that prevent rabies, the virus was no longer able to attach and had to mutate, changing its surface proteins enough to gain the ability to enter the host and survive. This is what created going from the rabies virus to this new zombie apocalypse virus, which we are all scared. No one knows how to stop it.
Oh, didn't see you there. I'm scientist Jerky Movements. We have studied the virus species population to help us further understand the zombie apocalypse we are currently experiencing. To give us more information on these species populations, we have reporter Brooke Berry on the scene.
To give you more information on the virus, I'm Brooke Berry here on the scene. A virus is able to multiply very quickly in the host cells, spreading rapidly throughout the populations. The virus itself is a dangerous true predator, using the human population as its resource. Charts have shown us that the survivorship curve of the human population species is a survivorship 3 curve. Once a disease hits the people, there's a low survivorship rate in the early stages of the disease, and only few will make it through the adulthood as the disease progresses. And now, back to the studio.
Thanks, Brooke. Recently, the Earth's population was right around 6.8 billion. But as we have seen the recent outbreak of the APES virus, the population is at a rapid decline. With the virus breakout originating in Central America, people have been scrambling to immigrate away from the areas with a high population of infected people. Now back to the studio with our special guest to talk more about the issue.
Oh, we are on? Okay. Hi, I'm Demiographer, and I'm here to answer the question you've all been wondering. How can learning about the human population help us predict the impact and spread of this zombie apocalypse? Stay tuned to channel 6.3 and I'll tell you how. First things first, I'm the realist. As we have discussed before, the population is declining in the Central America region of the world. But not only are the rates dropping there, but mortality rates are declining worldwide. As people become infected, they are able to transmit the disease within hours. Those who are living in highly populated areas are more susceptible to contract the disease as they are exposed to greater amounts of the disease. As we know, the human population is a system of inputs and outputs. And due to this recent outbreak, the outputs are far outweighing the inputs. The growth rate is at a negative rate, and as you can tell in the population graph, birth rates are dropping and death rates are rising, with the middle age remaining to be the highest of population. Those who have not yet been infected are among the highest population. The Earth's consumption levels are at an all-time high as millions are scrambling to prepare with the upcoming time dealing with the apocalypse. I'm not trying to name drop here, but it looks like Thomas Malthus wasn't the only one who believed that the Earth's carrying capacity is limited. Now, while the population is decreasing, our consumption levels are increasing as millions are scrambling to use up the world's last resources in this time of desperation. Not only are mortality rates around the world increasing due to the exposure of the virus, but also the lack of quality healthcare is contributing to the rising rates. Scientists, it is your turn. The future is in your hands. How does this disease spread through different climates and biomes? I don't know. Why don't you ask?
Thank you, Laurel. So, this disease spreads through various climates and biomes by migration of people moving to avoid it. It spreads rapidly in densely populated areas, and it thrives in warmer conditions of climate. It is said that viruses can thrive in any condition of ecosystem or climate, but most adaptable to warmer systems. Some biomes it is in are mangrove swamps, rainforests, lakes, and ponds. When people in undeveloped countries consume the unfiltered water, they have a harder time getting treatment because they do not have the modern medicine that most developed countries have. Once the disease is in the biome, it pollutes the entire biome, getting into the food, drinking water, and air. People will then want to leave the biome, but most likely they've already been exposed to this virus, which is continuing the cycle of people moving to avoid.
We have the interview. We have the interview. We have just heard news that we have an exclusive interview with the zombie itself.
And now to the scientists.
It has been confirmed that the causes of this disease is a mutated form of rabies, also known as APES.
Can you tell us your experience?
Yeah, you'll be much better. This iPad's so slow.
Ever since I was infected with the virus, I have had no memory, but I do recall how the whole thing happened. It was just a normal day. I was walking my pet armadillo. I live on the outskirts of a suburban area in Belize, and everything was going normal until all of a sudden my pet jumped out and bit me on the right ankle. I went to the doctor after experiencing symptoms and discovered that I had been infected.
So I've heard from several sources that there has been a vaccine invented to eradicate this APES virus. But aside from that, the only temporary cure is to remove the zombie from any community and isolate them. How do you feel about this?
I think it's too late.
Hello? Back to the studio. Hello? Is anyone there? We're gonna have to go off air. It appears we have